Hi, how you doing? Cody's asked me to do some videos for him, explaining about my time in prison and my experiences, as mundane as they are. In case you're wondering why Cody has pixelated my face, it's because I'm trying to go straight, and as soon as people find out that you're an ex-prisoner, it's like you've got social leprosy. No one wants to come anywhere near you, especially employers. The first video I'm going to do is about prison food. There's been a couple of questions asked about that and what it's really like. The truth is, it's bloody terrible. To call it food would be a stretch of the imagination. It's subsistence, and only just enough to keep you alive, nothing more. The problem with prison food is the budget that prisons have. So the food itself is incredibly poor quality, and the portions are incredibly small. To give you an example, when I was at HMP Nottingham, when we had fish cakes, which were about that big, we'd have one fish cake, a dessert spoon full of barely cooked peas in green water, and maybe one hardly boiled potato that would be so raw if you ate it, it'd give you an upset stomach. I'll go through all the prisons I was at and explain what the food was like, each and every one of them. So I started off at HMP Leeds. The drill there would be that every day one of the kitchen workers would come round the wing and put a little menu slip underneath the door for you to then fill in your cell, and half an hour later they'd come back and pick them up. And there'd usually be 5 choices on there, I think. So there'd be a vegetarian option, a halal option, a salad or a sandwich, and then a couple of cooked dinner choices. This would be for your evening meal. For lunchtime, it'd always be a sandwich and a packet soup, which used to taste really chemically. They weren't very nice. And you get a little cereal bar as well, and they actually were quite nice. You'd eat in your cell at Leeds. Bear in mind there's 2 of you in a cell and your toilet as well. And again, due to budgetary constraints, it wasn't that unusual at all the prisons I went to for there to be no hand soap for you to wash your hands after you've been to the toilet. When you went for your food, the screws would unlock maybe a dozen cells at a time. You go downstairs onto the wands, queue up at the servery, get your food. If you're lucky, a couple of slices of bread to substitute that, and then straight back to your cell where the screws would lock you up again. And then when you got unlocked for afternoon activity, that's when you bring your trays out, your cutlery, your plates, you'd wash inside your cell in your sink right next to your toilet. So you can imagine how unhygienic that was. After Leeds, I went to Nottingham for a year. And as bad as the food was at Leeds, it was of a vast magnitude worse at Nottingham. The portions would be even smaller. So when I landed at Leeds, when I landed at Nottingham, sorry, I was a size 40-inch waist. After 12 months of being there, size 28-inch trousers, the prison greens, I'd be able to undo the top button and the trousers just fall off my waist. That's how much weight I'd lost. So if anyone wanting to lose weight, go to HMP Nottingham for a year and it'll fall off. But the same sort of drill at Nottingham as what it was at Leeds, where unless you're up on the 4s, where the enhanced prisoners would be, everyone else on the 1s, the 2s and the 3s would eat in their cell. The guys on the 4s who were all enhanced, they'd have the luxury of being able to sit out on tables with their mates for maybe half an hour before the screws banged you up again. Evening meals would be served in your cell. For any guys who've been to Nottingham, to Perry Road, they'll all tell you the food there is just the worst. In fact, I go so far as to say it was inhumane. You wouldn't feed it your dog. Quality terrible. Portion size. My daughter at primary school gets bigger portions than what the guys at Nottingham get. After Nottingham, I went to HMP Doncaster for 21 months. HMP Doncaster is a privately run prison by, I can't remember who it's run by, G4S I think, might be wrong on that. The portion sizes at Doncaster would be considerably bigger. The quality was a little bit better. I had the luxury of being an essential worker on the drug rehab wing. So I worked in the servery. The drug rehab wing essentially served as a secondary induction wing. So there'd always be an excess amount of food sent up in case we had any late arrivals coming from the courts. So a lot of the time there'd be extra food anyway, enough for us to give the lads on the wings seconds of one or two of the choices on the menu, plus then the stuff that myself and the lads in the servery put away for ourselves. So Doncaster for food wasn't that bad, and the wages at the private prisons are a hell of a lot better than what they are at the HMP. Yeah, sorry about that, I had to take a phone call. Yeah, the food in prisons is absolutely dreadful. So on Christmas Day, when you sat down with your family and your loved ones, eating a great big huge feast, your turkey, your Brussels sprouts, your parsnips and all the rest of it, spare a thought for the guys in prison. Guys who aren't with a family, guys who might not even have any family, guys who are eating absolute dog shit food. Now somebody might be saying, you know, screw them, the prisoners. Just bear in mind that in prison there are going to be people who have been wrongly convicted. There's going to be people who are held in remand, who are awaiting trial, who will get found innocent when they go to trial. So not everyone in prison is a scumbag. And even those that have committed crime, not all those are scumbags either. We all make stupid mistakes. The next video, I'll be talking about, Cody's asked me to talk about, well, we'll see how that one goes. Bye for now.